ready or not.
Guys, today we are in a 900 wheel horsepower GTR. If you follow the channel, you've seen it's my dream car. But you know, we're gonna drive it around today and we're gonna see how it feels. Big shout out to my boy Andrew for just helping me make this happen. This would not have been possible without you, bro. Just thanks for being there for me, man. Also, if you want me to film a review of your car, just be sure to email me at osazevlogs@gmail.com. Let's go drive this bastard, dude. We are about to launch this bastard. So let's say you're looking at getting a GTR, right, for whatever reason. One of the biggest things you'll hear about this car is how old it is. But people don't buy the GTR, you know, because they necessarily want like a supercar. It's not like a Lambo or, you know, newer NSX. You're getting the GTR because of the history behind it, because of the nostalgia, because of the pure power that this thing has to offer. That is why you're getting this car. I mean, you know, we just step on it and you know, it just moves. What I love about this car is its magnesium paddle shifters. I mean, now clearly this car has a tune on it, it's pushing 900 wheel, but it's so responsive. I mean, you just tap it, boom, you're downshifted. In the Genesis, I have to slap shift it with my shift knob. Otherwise, you know, I wouldn't be able to downshift or anything. So when it comes on to like the model years, right? We have CBA, which is from 2007 to 2011, DBA, which is 2012 all the way to 2016, and then we also have EBA, which is 2017 to the current model year of where we are. And to be honest, you know, if I were to get one, I wouldn't go any less than a 2015 at least. An important thing to note too is that the interior for the EBAs were completely redone. I mean, we have our magnesium paddle shifters, the steering wheel just feels pristine, so does the seat, you know, like coming from the Genesis, this is like luxury. But if you take a Lamborghini owner, put them in here, they're gonna look at you and say, dude, why am I driving an Altima? So here's a cool fact about the GTR, right? Every single GTR that you can purchase, the engine is hand-built, right? By 1 of 4 people. And that will never change. Something else that's really cool is that the design of the GTR is based from Gundam. And if you're not familiar with Gundam, that's practically like a really dope-ass anime. You know, with the angles and the curves. You know, you've seen the Mobile Suit Gundam where they fly around and they have their swords and their guns and all. I mean, it's Japanese. It's a JDM car. They have to keep it home to JDM. I'm still dipping my toes in the supercar world when it comes on to driving these cars. But the GTR, for being a supercar, is so freaking comfortable. Whether it's like lower than coilovers tuned by Nismo, or it's even stock ride height. I mean, you're going over speed bumps at like 45 miles an hour and you don't feel a thing. And that's just based off of my experience, right? This isn't my opinion, okay? Don't get butthurt. Coming from the Genesis that is on lowering springs, and it's really stiff, dude, you know? I go over a speed bump at like 15 miles an hour, and there are problems. So a lot of people talk about the transmission in the GTR being very clunky. Personally, as somebody who's driving a car that's like super stiff, the Genesis, you know, I really don't give 2 craps. I gotta be honest. But it does tend to feel a bit more clunkier, like in the city as you drive around kind of thing. But, you know, bumper to bumper traffic. But, you know, highway cruising, you know, it tends to feel pretty good. Pretty nice, you know. I enjoy that. So here's another cool thing about the GTR. easy to drive. So one reason why I really love GTRs, people, is because I used to always see them around. You know, like there's the signature taillights, there's this nostalgic value that you get from them. And every time I'd see them around and I was driving my Focus around, I'd always whip my phone out and try and get a video of it. Like, oh my God, GTR, GTR. You know, I even saw one time with my best friend, and that dude was just revving up at the light. You know, it was a little bit wide bodied. It had some, you know, mods done to it. It was a crazy looking car. And, you know, like for the price point, for what it is, you know, these cars are just supercar killers, dedicated supercar killers. And I think that's one thing that I love so much about this car too, man. You know, not to mention all the attention that you get. I mean, when you're driving this thing, people are always looking. If anybody has a sports car, they're like most definitely interested in having a conversation with you. I mean, that's kind of how my bro Andrew and I met. The all-wheel drive system in this car, for a car that is not lowered, is one of the best all-wheel drive systems on the market. Don't question it. Don't come at me, bro. Right? You know, like, this is Osazi claimed right here. You know, like the Genesis is lowered. It's on lowering springs. When I'm going around corners at like 80, 90 miles an hour, I'm getting a lot of body roll. Here in the GTR, I could be going around the same corner at 155, and I'm not, and that's not an exaggeration. At 155, and I have like little to no body roll. I mean, that's just crazy to me.
So we got about $25,000 of parts in this car.
Right.
We got TSM Elite turbos that realistically can push to 1200 wheels, so really looking at 1400 crank.
Wow.
Unfortunately, no built trans, only a race clutch, some clips, and a trans tune from Cicio themselves. No built trans. Once, if I do end up going Shep 2.5K
right,
or Shep 1K, then I can push power. But as you see now, 900 horsepower, we're having some difficulties.
Yeah. So Andrew, what made you choose to go GTR as opposed to, like, you know, anything else at the time?
So the whole point to get a GTR is, at the end of the day, it's a Nissan rather than going R8 or a Porsche or even Lamborghini, Ferrari. You have, those are all top end cars that really, the maintenance kills you, insurance kills you.
Yeah.
Not that it doesn't with this,
yep,
but for example, I got an oil change the other day and it was $350 rather than an R8 or McLaren oil change that can run you $1,000.
Yeah.
So realistically, it was, at the end of the day, it's a Nissan, it's not anything else. And then also the 2 extra seats in the back, yeah, they're small,
dude.
Yeah, they're small, but you can fit
Look,
2
bro,
people back there.
Look, you can fit 2 adult people back there. We do not recommend you do that.
Wouldn't recommend it, but it's possible.
Well, it's possible, but we don't recommend it, okay? You know? So what's the fastest car you've raced in this 900 wheel horsepower beast right here?
Probably an 1100 horsepower twin turbo R8.
Woo!
Yeah.
Dude, you didn't even tell me about that one.
Yeah, no.
When did that happen?
Back in Virginia.
Oh my goodness. Tell me
honestly,
more.
he put probably 3 cars on me, but definitely way better than I expected.
Dude, I mean, that's way better than a stock GTR.
Yeah, right.
Like, man, dude, it's kind of similar to that Carl video where they had the F1 car, the 1300 horsepower twin turbo Huracan, and then the 1400 horsepower Nissan GTR, which was actually crazy, bro, because the GTR people was keeping up with the F1 car, like neck and neck, but the twin turbo Huracan just took off instantly, bro.
Main difference between a stock GTR and a built GTR is just At 100 miles per hour, stock GTRs, they let off. They give up. I mean, they're still quick and they can still get up there. And I've pushed this car stock to about 170, 180 miles per hour. Right. But the pool isn't there compared to other performance cars. Rather, when you get it built and you start getting into 800-900 horsepower, you still have that pool at 100 miles per hour that stock GTRs just simply don't have.
Right. It's built, man. You could take this up to like a 4.1 liter.
Yeah.
Stroker.
Yeah.
Completely.
Maybe. If we don't if we don't change the vibe, maybe. Yeah, when you build a car, you always have to be aware of the risks and the reason why these manufacturers didn't put this type of material in their car in the first place.
Right.
Is it reliable? No. But is it fun? Yeah, a lot of fun, you know.
And that's one of the main selling points about the GTR too. You know, people want just this unbelievable power. This power that just comes to you, and it's just like every time you put your foot down, it's just fun. You know? Yeah. Every time you step on it, you know, you hit an upshift.
On a curve too.
On a curve.
Look at that. And you're 100. In Mexico.
In Mexico, on a curb, 100 easy on a curb, and you know, it's just planted, it moves, it's smooth. It feels like you're flying. It's just like the power is never lacking.
Exactly.
I mean, you hit 130 and you're still building.
Right. And that's the difference between a built and a stock, because when you're driving a stock, you do feel like, okay, like I hit 100, now my power's starting to fall off. Right. Which is why a lot of people end up actually building them, is because from 0 to 60, even stock, you're looking at 3 seconds. It's crazy fast, but then unfortunately you do have that horsepower drop off. Not to say though that stock, they aren't crazy quick and fun and comfortable. Absolutely. And it just goes from crazy quick to when you're pushing 900, it's like, wow, this is something that can kill me.
And like, then the thing is too, it's like, I don't know anybody who buys a GTR to keep it stock. Yeah. People are buying GTRs to mod it, to be king of the streets, to have like the craziest drag builds, you know. Yeah. But I mean, guys, it is what it is. GTRs are just amazing cars, man.
I dailied it for probably the first 8,000 miles, and then I got the Jeep. Yeah. And now I daily that. After the build, you know, I didn't feel like it was the best thing to daily, plus 7 miles per gallon. Right. Isn't really
85.
You know,
not really the best.
You know, not ideal. So. Right. But definitely stock wise, if you don't care about miles and you want to enjoy your car, you can easily daily it.
Do you ever get tired of this car, dude?
No. No. You definitely get used to the horsepower like you do with any car.
The G-forces.
You know, but it always brings a smile to your face, and even riding as a passenger, it's like, wow. Yeah. This is a quick car.
No, it's absolutely. It's Godzilla, man. Yeah. Gojira. Yeah. You know, like this is a monster, bro.
Right.
Sound check. Dude. Yo, that's crazy, man. But honestly, guys, GTR, as you know, definitely my dream car. Love this car. It will happen one day. Stay tuned. But absolutely love this build. You know, so much done to it. Reliability can be a little bit questionable every now and then, but you know, it's still definitely fun when these cars are working. You can daily them, they're comfortable, the paddle shifters are responsive, there's space in the car for you to, you know, carry your cargo and, you know, golf clubs, I believe. And there's a lot of history that goes into the GTRs too, man. It sounds great. Overall, a beast of a car. Definitely dubbed Godzilla for a reason. Supercar killer for sure. Big shout out, like I said earlier, to my boy Andrew for helping make this happen. And like I said, if you want me to film a video with your car, then just email me at osazevlogs. You already know, man. So yo, we're gonna wrap this up right here. So you already know. Peace, love, sleep in grease. Like, share, and subscribe for more vlogs, videos like this one, because Osaze vlogs.
I say flingy back on me. Daddy batty and do it on a beat. Me and the liquor and I'm a cup never free. Girl,